Syed took out a cash advance of $D from a financing company. The company deducts a fee of 1/3 of the original advanced amount along with the wire transfer fee of $30. Which of the following represents the final advanced amount that Syed receives after all the applied fees in dollars? The first thing I would do to solve this problem is see what the question is really asking. The question is asking for an equation that represents the amount of money Syed would get after all the applied fees. Reading the question, we can see that no matter how much money Syed takes out, a wire transfer fee of $30 will always be applied. This means that the 30 is a constant, and therefore B and C can be eliminated. Only A and D have 30 as a constant. So now what we're deciding is between A and D. The question is asking how much Syed would receive after all of the transfer fees. We know that 1/3 of the amount will be deducted, which would leave Syed with 2/3 of the original amount. Since the question is asking for how much Syed would have at the end after all of the applied fees, we know that the answer will have to have 2/3, not 1/3. This means we can cross out A and D is our answer. To check, we can also plug in a number. Say Syed wants a cash advance of $300. By reading the question, we know that the company would deduct 1/3 of that. 1/3 of 300 is 100. Taking away the 100, which is 1/3 of the original 300, would leave us with $200. We also know that a wire transfer fee of $30 is applied. 200 minus 30 is $170. After all of the fees, Syed should be left with $170. We can plug that into our equation of D. D says 2/3 D minus 30. D is the cash advance, and we know that we're going to be using 300. 2/3 of 300 minus 30 is what we have to solve for. If this equation is correct, we should be getting 170. 2/3 of 300 is 200, and subtracting the 30, we get 170. This answer matches up with the one that we got back here, so we know that D is the right answer.